Hey guys, it's Lisa. So, what's up, guys? I hope that you're doing very well. And for those of you that are in the US, by the time I post this, it should be Thanksgiving or at least maybe the day after Thanksgiving. So, I just want to wish you all a very happy holiday. I hope that you guys all stay safe and warm out there. I know that a lot of places are having terrible weather and bad road conditions. So, if you're traveling, I'm wishing you, all the good vibes for safe travels. And I hope you all don't have too many arguments or awkwardness at home. If you're visiting someone, I hope it all goes very smoothly for you guys. I'm sending you all very good vibes. For the rest of the people in the world, also love you guys and wishing you all the very best as well. And just the same exact things. If you travel, I really wish you the best travels. If you're going to and from work, and sending you all the very good vibes. Okay, so today's video is going to be a little bit more on, I know I do a lot of romantic readings, but I felt called to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to go with, what do you need to know right now? So kind of what spirit wants to tell you, what the universe wants to tell you, what your angels want to tell you, what your ancestors want to tell you. It's going to be kind of based off of your belief system. It's just kind of what the universe wants you to know right now, or what you need to know right now. So with that being said, please remember that all my readings are timeless. So, like, for instance, you come across this and it isn't Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving's long gone, don't worry about that. It's meant to, you're meant to find it when you find it. And if you're going to resonate it with it, you're going to resonate with it. If you don't resonate with it, that's can't always be possible. But I want you guys to, use your intuition when picking a pile. We have piles 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'd like for you to, close your eyes and kind of calm your brain down a little bit and take a few deep breaths and kind of just imagine the piles in your head and see if there's, like, I don't know, I'm a visual person, but maybe you're a number person. Maybe think about numbers 1 through 4 and see kind of which one's drawing you in. And you're going to find the timestamps down below, as always. And all the deck descriptions are in the description box. I mean, all the deck links to the decks that I'm using are there. And yeah. So let's dive into your reading and I'll see you there. Hello. So if you've chosen pile number 1 here, this is going to be your reading. So let's see. I want to point out that I've taken 3 cards essentially, but there are going to be some in each pile that have a little bit more because that's the way they came out. But the first card's going to represent who or what you need to know about. So in your case, we have the Queen of Swords. And then why you need to know about it, the High Priestess. And then as well, we have for what should you do, like what's the advice about the situation. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. Okay, so with the Queen of Swords in the who or what position, I feel like it's a who, obviously, since we're talking about a court card here. I do feel like that some of you, and I think this is going to apply to many of you, have been in your head about something. Swords talk about mental energy, and that's why they're related to air signs, like, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Air signs can be quite logical at times. I want to think things through. And it doesn't mean that they don't have emotions. I hate these. There's so much pop astrology going on right now, and it really irritates me because a lot of people, and I don't want to sound rude or stuck up, but a lot of people come at it from such a silly way. Air signs have emotions, okay? They're not some kind of only logical blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? There's so much more to that. It's just that they might prefer to think in that way because it's more comfortable to them. Just because, I'm all fire, and I come at things usually with a lot of passion and excitement, and I got to have that fire lit in me if I want something to succeed. And with this type of energy, this type of person wants things to make logical sense, to make sense, they have to think it through a lot. And so I feel like that for many of you, you might be overdoing it a little bit, maybe on the logic, or maybe thinking too much about something the reason why I say this is because of the high priestess. So why? You need to be listening to your intuition. Whenever I get the high priestess in readings, first of all, it's a shut up. You've already asked this question like a bazillion times. That's usually when I get it. Oh my God. The tarot calls me out on it. But also it talks about, yeah, your intuition, that you have knowledge inside of you, that you know this in your soul, in your, in the depth of your being, sort of. While you might be being too logical. And it doesn't mean that you have to be male or female. Or whatever, it doesn't matter with that queen. You could be a male or a female. But I do see a lot of like mind energy that you've been going through. But what, spirit or the universe wants you to know is that you need to start coming at it with a little bit more intuition. Like start listening to your intuition. Because it actually is trying to tell you something. You have something that you're blocking off with like logical thoughts. So like, for instance, if you have a business idea, as an example, you're all trying to overthink it. And, like, how am I going to do this or that? Blah, 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 blah. Let me get down to the details. And no, that couldn't work because, I don't do this or I don't have that, or, you know what I mean? A lot of mental energy. But with the high priestess, it's like you have something in you that's whispering in your ear and you need to listen to it. I feel like you're getting signs, but you're not seeing them because you're like, so, like the curtain is up. Oh, sorry, I knocked the microphone. The curtain kind of is like, in front of you, and you're just not seeing kind of what is behind it. It's kind of what I'm getting. So, let's see here. With the advice, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, so it's interesting. Oh, the reason, okay, so with those coming out together, kind of what I'm getting the vibe of is that instead of maybe sitting so immobile about this, you need to kind of stand up and start kind of going towards your goal is kind of what I'm getting. Like, that's kind of, we have all this sitting down energy. And especially like this one is, this card drives me nuts. The Four of Pentacles. It's really cute in this deck, but it can talk about being like blocked off and not wanting to budge, and you know what I mean? And I see that it's probably connected to that Queen of Swords because you're just in your mind and you don't really want to budge forward on something. But you know that you have to. Like, I feel like you'll know what I mean, but you might not even believe me. Like, you might have had a feeling to do something, and then you still don't believe it. When I say it, you're like, oh, no, I can't. But what I'm getting with this Two of Wands is that you need to move forward with this. Whatever you're planning, you need to start putting action into it. Really planning it out with passion instead of just logic. Like letting that passion lead you a little bit more. Instead of being maybe more stagnant or in your head. For some of you, it could be that you've been worried about the finances of what you want to do. Maybe the stability of it. Or, yeah, I would say like stability or finances, maybe, it could be different things. It could be a relationship. It could be, like a business plan. It could be life goals. It could be a trip. I feel that you need to get out of this stagnation. For some of you, if it's like a business idea and you're not sure what to do about it, and you're like, how would I even come up with the resources to do this? Kind of what it's saying is that you need to sit tight, start hoarding your money, and plan it out. Do a lot of research is kind of what I'm getting. So let's see. I kind of wanted to take some oracle cards. I don't know which ones I'm going to grab. Let me see. I might take the Gaia Oracle. Let's see. I hate shuffling at this place because I don't have a very good table. And, okay, hold on. Messages for Aha! That's funny. Yeah. So we have Hidden Path and Rising Above. So, with hidden path, we have the marriage of spirit and matter. You see this like this physical, it's kind of combining all of the things that you need, sort of, that you need to listen to your intuition, like your spirit, what it's trying to tell you. But also combine it with maybe some kind of resources of some kind. Yeah, because I feel like this path is meant for you and that you know it deep down, but you're scared. And you need to get out of your head and figure a way to make it manifest. Because there are ways to make this manifest, whatever you're thinking about. Like I said, whether it's a business idea or even a relationship or something, there has to be, you need to get out of your head about it, is what I'm getting. And then we have rising above, clarity, freedom, and solution. So I feel like there is a solution for you. And I feel like one of the solutions is, like I said, maybe saving money. Make a savings. For instance, be a little bit more thrifty, and also start really like planning it and putting your passion into planning, researching, perhaps finding expanders for yourself in whatever you're trying to do. If it's a long distance relationship, for instance, if that's going to resonate with you, then you need to figure out how to make it happen. Maybe it takes, like, you need to make up a savings to go see this person, and you need to plan it, or maybe you need to, you know what I mean? It can go so many different ways, but I feel like that's kind of what I'm getting, is that right now you have something nudging at you, something that, your spirit wants to do, but you're kind of blocking it with a lot of logic and maybe not seeing the full picture. But yeah, I hope that helps you guys. If it does, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hello. So if you've chosen pile number 2, this is going to be a reading. So let's see. I've taken 3 cards. In some cases, more than 3. I mean, more than 1 for each question, or like each part, in case. But for the first part, the first card, it's going to represent who or what you need to pay attention to. And we have the Green Mother, which is like the Empress. And then why, we have the 10 of Spells and the Council of Animals. And then for the what should you do, we have the Weaver of Boons. So it's going to be like the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so I see multiple messages here, and I hate when I do that, because then I feel like the reading is, I feel like I lose more people in these type of readings, because if they don't hear what they want to hear, not want to hear or need to hear, then they might just like not listen. So I'd really appreciate if you gave me a chance to kind of explain the different messages I'm getting here. So I'm going to go quickly through one message that I think is a little less complicated, and it could apply to a good number of you. I feel that many of you could have a motherly figure in your life with the Green Mother. And you might feel like you're at the end of your rope with that person. And it doesn't even have to be your mother. It could be, for instance, a friend that's a mother. It could be anybody that kind of represents that Empress energy. I kind of associate with like a Libra or a Taurus, but because, Venus ruled. But that doesn't have to be the case, okay? I'm just going to throw that out there in case that, kind of clicks with somebody. There's somebody in your life that you need to know about in that type of, I feel like it's somebody in your life that represents that Empress energy, okay? And I feel like why you need to know about this, like why do they want to tell you about this person? I feel like this person is overburdened with something. We have the 10 of Spells here, so it talks about feeling really overwhelmed with something and weighed down. It's kind of like when the spark goes out and you're just done, and you're yeah, you've had enough. And I feel like this person might be weighed down by something in their life. We have the Council of Animals. So it could be that this person, um, okay, now this is where also we're going to have a few little messages. This person could be going through something, legally. That could be something. And they just really need some support right now. As well. This can also, in this case, apply to maybe yourself. Maybe you need this support, as well. But I do feel like that there's some sort of like judgment that's going on, with this person. It could be that they are atoning for something, maybe. Maybe they put a lot of passion into something that didn't work out. And what they really need right now is somebody to give them like comfort. Which I would say would be you. With the Queen, the Weaver of Boons, like Queen of Pentacles, it's, perhaps taking them a gift, cooking them something, or, saying, let's go do something. It's kind of like giving some kind of warmth and nurturing in that type of way. I feel like this person really needs it right now, the encouragement. I feel like this person, for many of you, this person could be going through a lot. Like I said, it could be a mother, it could be a friend, it could be somebody, that is a motherly figure, even if they don't have children. It doesn't, we can still have motherly energy without having children, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that way. But that's the message I'm getting for a lot of you. So for many of you, I feel like there's a woman, like I said, in your life that is very overburdened at the moment and really needs some comfort and nurturing. And your advice is to maybe give them something. For some of you, though, there's a little bit of a deeper message here. For some of you, I feel like that you could be this woman. And you are feeling burnt out by life. And that can happen sometimes when you have a family, when you have children, or you're just too busy taking care of others, okay? Even if you don't have children, it could be that, you mother your mother, or you mother your father, or you mother a relative, or you mother your friends. And it might have been that you've been focusing a lot of energy on others and sort of becoming overburdened by it. And you might be there might be a need right now to reassess how you're spending your energy. In terms of, what you're seeing the truth a little bit more about what's making you feel so overburdened and how you could fix it. And the advice here is maybe to take more time for yourself, to continue nurturing, but in a more balanced way. Is kind of what I'm getting. Okay, let me just I'm going to take some oracle cards here. Some Gaia oracle cards, I think is what I'm going to go with. Just to see if we can get some other messages. Okay. Messages for pile number 2. Wow, that went. Oh my goodness. Oh my lord. Okay, I have some. Oh, one fell down. Okay, we have reflection. So illusion, self-examination, distortion. Yeah, and I feel like that for that group that falls in the second part where you're kind of maybe reassessing what makes you overburdened. I feel like that there is a need to have some self-examination in regards to what's bothering you. For some of you, it could just be as simple as you're not really giving yourself time to relax. Because it says illusion, right? And I don't really see anything in the cards that indicates that you're delusional or something, or living in fantasy land or something. I almost feel like that they want you to live in fantasy land a little bit more, that you might need to meditate more, to take some more time to yourself. I'm really bad about meditating. I'm a very bad spiritual person sometimes. I'm a go kind of person. And yeah, okay, and these are cards that also flipped up, and I'm just gonna bring them into the reading as well, because yeah, this one flew on the floor, but these ones flipped over, and so I feel like there could be some stuff here. We have that Greece, sadness, and resurrection. So I feel like it maybe for some of you, this overburdened feeling can come from a loss of some kind. For some of you, maybe you've, had a judgment against you. Maybe you lost your children. And if that is the case, the message for you is to try to find your stability in life and maybe your life isn't at a place right now where you could have a home for them. But it's like kind of telling you to, if that's the case, if that were the case, to make a home, a comfortable, happy home, and start building that. But also like looking at the truth as to why this would happen. Okay. I don't think that message is for many of you, but it might be for a few of you. I don't know. I'm just saying it, but because I felt it. But intuitive communication, so silent whispers of the heart. Again, and then purification, fire, bare essentials, naked truth, and wholeness. I feel like there's a lot of truth that needs to be examined, no matter what part you are of this pile. I feel like there is something that's either overburdening you or another person, and the truth is obviously involved in this in some way, but like I said, it could be so many different things. Like if it's another person, it could be that you're not seeing, it could be that they're going through some kind of truth, like I said, or feeling judged in some way under the microscope in a way. But like I said, I feel like it's going to resonate a little bit different. But if you're this Empress and you're actually like the one that's kind of been giving yourself in a way that has maybe brought you a lot of burdens and a weighed down heavy feeling, I feel like that's kind of the thing that you need to do is start seeing the truth of the situation and getting more into... Sorry, my camera went off because I reached my 10-minute mark. But yeah, like I said, like if you're this person, I feel like that's kind of the thing that what you need to do is start getting more in touch with yourself. And if there has been some like loss or grief or sadness and like you're feeling overburdened, that's kind of like the thing. You need to start listening to your heart a little bit more and reflecting and looking at the truth, right? Self-examining the truth of the situation. And finding a way to bring more balance and stability into your life. Because I feel like it's something really with a family life, home, something is out of balance. And it could be as simple as that you need to like start organizing. Do you know what I mean? It could be that you are just feeling like you live in a cluster, F word. And you just need to pull your stuff together. Maybe you feel like it's difficult and you don't know, like, maybe you feel judged about that. You know what I mean? It could be so many things, but I do feel like for many of you, there is a motherly energy of either another person or yourself that's been giving a lot and feels pretty weighed down by the situation. And there is a need for self-examination. I hope that helps. I'm sorry. I hate when there are a lot of messages sometimes because it's like so frustrating for me because I'm like, crap, I have to get all of this out and not lose people with this because, it might not be, they're just different messages. So I think 2 is probably a popular number. I haven't, I do notice that. I wonder, I'm going to go back and look at my videos because I bet you that it'll be the case that 2 gets a lot of different messages. I don't know why I think that. Anyways, I hope you, resonate with this in some way or it helps you, on a path to having a better, future life. And, take care. And I'll see you all in the next reading. Hello. So if you've chosen pile number 3, this is going to be your reading. My camera battery is dying. I hope that it doesn't die on us. Okay, so I've taken 3 cards, which actually is more like well, I think only the last pile got literally 3 cards. But the first section of the reading is going to be about who or what you need to be paying attention to, and then why, and then it's going to be what action should you take, or like what should you do, like what's the advice. And then I'll take some oracle cards as well. I'll shuffle out some oracle cards. Okay, so for you guys, the why, we have the queen, the who or what, sorry, is the Queen of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Moon. So, guys, right off the bat, I'm getting that there's a relationship here that isn't very clear. That's kind of what I'm getting. Could be, we have the Wands and the Cups, so it could be a fire and water sign, but that doesn't have to be the case. I just see that someone could be a little bit, I don't know, I'm just getting some little bit of a different energies that might not be clear on what each other wants. Because they might just have different styles of the way that they behave or act. And I'm just thinking that's what kind of you need to know about. There's some kind of relationship in your life where there's a lot of confusion. Okay, so with the next card, it's gonna tell us kind of like why. Page of Cups. Okay, so I feel like it's somebody that you have a crush on. You know what I mean? I might already start to take some cards. Okay, hold on. With the Page of Cups, so I do feel like it's somebody that you have some feelings for, this person, and maybe you're not clear on whether they like you back. It's almost like a crush. Like you have a little crush on somebody, and you're not. Oh, you guys, I just was like, didn't realize my camera stopped recording. So I'm back. Okay, let me just go back. So with the little crush, it could be a little crush. Okay, for your advice, we have the Knight of Cups. And then I took some romance angel cards, and yeah, it cut me off while I was doing that and not paying attention. And these like totally fell on the floor. Playfulness, getting to know each other. So for those of you that where it is, maybe you have a crush on somebody and you're not quite sure, you can't really quite tell, because look at this King of Cups. It's like his emotions are very controlled. And you might not know where you're at with them in some way. Like you're so confused, and you're like, what do I do? I don't know what's kind of going on. I feel like that you need to continue getting to know this person, be playful with them, have some good times with them, celebrate with them, go out with them. And I feel like that's kind of your answer. They do want to date you. If that's kind of what you're worried about. And I would even say be independent and just ask them yourself. I had another message here that I had said before it cut me off, or well, after it cut me off, I guess. If you are a young person who maybe has something to tell your parents, maybe you have a relationship, could be that you need to come out to them, or you're thinking about coming out about maybe your sexuality or maybe a relationship you're having, and you're not quite sure. Maybe your dad is the, like kind of like the strong, silent type, and you're like, oh, when he gets mad, he gets mad. You know what I mean? And silent. Maybe you're afraid he'll ignore you or withdraw, and maybe your mom will freak out and be like, what are you talking about? I have a feeling that you should do this. Open up, whether it's a relationship that you're kind of embarking on, or something that you want to do that's emotional, like maybe a creative journey, or anything that that you're thinking about. Like I said, if you want to go study somewhere, you need to offer your true, innocent, pure emotions about the situation, okay? Come to them in a light. I can see like that Page of Cups is a very pure card. Whatever you want is an innocent desire, and it's very, like I said, very pure and sweet. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, but you might feel like you're not sure how to approach them about this. But I feel like if you act independent and you kind of come at it with like that kind of vibe, it's going to work out for you. Like the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. So like kind of whatever you're wishing to kind of share with them is going to come true. That's going to be like for the younger people. Like maybe where you're not, because if you're I would say if you're under like 25 for sure, this probably wouldn't be you and somebody else. But it could be that maybe if that doesn't resonate, maybe it is that you and another person you're in it. Maybe you do resonate with that crush thing. That could be your message as well about being a little bit more playful. Get to know this person. Don't be so shy. Don't be so shy. Open up a little bit and tell them how you're feeling. Because I feel like, I get that silent energy with this person. But yeah. So I hope that resonates with you. That's kind of the message I'm getting. Pretty straightforward. So take care, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hello. So if you've chosen pile number 4, this is going to be your reading. So we've got 3 cards. Actually, you're the only pile that got literally 3 cards, and the message is so crystal clear. So hopefully I'm not going to ramble. So we have the 8 of chalices. This is going to represent who or what you need to know about right now. Why? 3 of athames. And then what your advice is, the green man. So like the Fool. Guys, you guys are thinking about leaving something. For some of you, you might be thinking that, about moving away from something, or it could be moving to a new location. Maybe you want to move, to a different state, different city, different country, for whatever reason it may be. And it may not be an easy decision for you. For numerous reasons. It could be because, you have family that you don't want to leave behind, friends or relationships, or it could be that, you're just afraid to take that leap, is kind of what I'm getting. But the thing is that what it's saying there is that you need to do it. So whatever you've been thinking about, there's something. Moving away from something. If it's not physically, it could be metaphorically. It could be that, you're moving away from, thinking about moving away from a relationship or a job. And it might be hard because it takes it's going to take something new. It's going to take transformation with that swan there. I almost get like it's going to take some kind of big transformation, but you need to just trust it and do it. So very direct message here for you guys. I'm going to, shuffle some advice here. Some more advice, just some more insight. So, 1 second. Okay, wait, another one fell down. Let's see. Yeah, perception. So beyond the veil of illusion and intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. Yeah, you have something that is really tugging at your heartstrings that you need to do. You might have had a ping, as we call them in the, I'm in this group, Lacey's Manifestation Secret Society, I think it's called. It's on Facebook. I love that group. If you're into law of attraction or any of that type of stuff, you should totally join. So it's a lot of her lingo, the lingo of that group. But yeah, if you felt like a ping to do something and it's just nagging at you, because with this 8 of Pentacles in particular, I feel like it's not 8 of Pentacles, sorry, 8 of Chalices, 8 of Cups. There's still something blocking the path a little bit, if you notice, which is interesting because in other cards it's not often like that. So I feel like that there's still something maybe emotionally blocking you from this, even though you've already kind of turned your back, but you just haven't really quite gotten through it all the way. You need to do it, though. That's the situation. So whatever that situation is, whether I said it's moving somewhere, relocating, or, jumping into something new, like walking away from something that isn't really working emotionally for you, whether it's a relationship or a job. And because it is really bothering you. With that it's like 3 of Swords, but in 3 of Swords in this deck's a little bit, sorry, it's a little bit different. It can be about, trying, to figure out what to do after this, to resolve the problem. But yeah, I feel like that new beginning is basically the answer. Stepping off in the new beginning in some way. If there have been things that are emotionally connecting you to the situation, I feel like, see, we have like the throat chakra and the third eye chakra. I feel like that you need to tap into your intuition a little bit more, maybe meditate on it a little bit. Maybe you need to see somebody that can help you with this. Maybe someone you trust, maybe a therapist or a friend or somebody that you can open up to that's spiritual. They might help you through this situation, I'm getting. But with this intuitive communication, yeah, I feel like that there's something in your heart that's telling you what to do, and you may be ignoring it because it might hurt too much to make this leap, to make this change. Okay? So, it's kind of what I'm getting. For some of you, I hate giving this one because this is going to go a little bit off of what I was saying with the new beginning. It could be that if you are in a situation with somebody and you want it to work out, you want to resolve the conflict, and you've been thinking about walking away, it might just mean that there needs to be a new beginning in some way, either like a fresh start in the relationship. So I wouldn't say that means you have to walk away from that person unless you really feel that. If you feel that, already, and you've already had that kind of whisper from your heart that I need to let go of this connection and start something else, then that's, obviously encouraging you for that. But if you're not quite sure about letting go of this person, I would say that you need to talk to somebody that's very knowledgeable about this, or that somebody that you could trust with this type of stuff that isn't going to like influence your decision per se, like influence your decision, but not in like a way that's selfish. Or talk to somebody that's enlightened, okay, is what I'm saying. Don't go to somebody that's a negative Nancy or somebody that's maybe too positive. Do you know what I mean? Try to find somebody that has that middle ground that could help you. Like maybe, like I said, a therapist, that might be a good idea. Or somebody that maybe does healing work. For some of you, maybe you could get in touch with a healer of some kind that could help you, unblock these parts of yourself to help you move along this path in some way, and unblock some things, some energy that might be inside of you. But yeah, I hope that helps and is clear for you. It's such a clear reading, and then I just started rambling. Oh well. Anyways, take care, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.